America is facing unprecedented challenges. Economic instability, political turmoil, and social unrest are becoming the norm. The stock market is volatile, protests are frequent, and the political climate is highly unpredictable. The world is watching closely. Enter BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These nations are positioning themselves as a counterbalance to Western dominance. With their combined economic and political clout, BRICS nations are making strategic moves to reshape global power dynamics. The financial markets are reacting, and the global power structure is shifting rapidly. The US dollar's influence is waning, oil is becoming increasingly valuable, and languages like Mandarin and Hindi are gaining prominence. This is a transformative period in global history. The rise of BRICS could redefine international relations and economic policies. The geopolitical landscape is evolving, and the implications are profound. Stay informed and engaged as we explore the potential impact of a BRICS-dominated future. Like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. This could be the most significant power shift of the 21st century, and it's crucial to understand its ramifications. Remember when the US dollar was the cornerstone of global finance? It was the preferred currency for international trade and a symbol of economic stability. Today, however, the dollar's supremacy is under scrutiny. The once dominant currency is showing signs of vulnerability. History teaches us that even the most powerful empires can fall. No empire is immune to decline, and their currencies often follow suit. When an empire falters, its currency is usually the first to suffer. Financial markets react quickly, and the once stable currency begins to waver. Meanwhile, BRICS nations are fortifying their financial systems. These emerging economies are no longer content to be overshadowed by the dollar. They're developing their own payment systems, investing in digital infrastructure, and adopting new technologies to streamline transactions. By conducting trade in their own currencies, they're reducing their dependence on the dollar and fostering economic autonomy. Essentially, they're signaling to the dollar, "We can manage without you." This strategic shift could redefine the global financial landscape. Imagine a world where you buy your morning coffee with rupees. It may seem unlikely now, but it's becoming increasingly feasible. Or purchasing a new electric car with yuan. It might sound unusual, but this scenario could become more common as BRICS nations gain economic influence. In a BRICS-dominated world, this could become the new normal. The transition is gradual, but the momentum is unmistakable. The decline of the dollar won't happen overnight. But remember Blockbuster? It was once a giant in the video rental industry. Change can happen swiftly, as seen with the rise of streaming services. The financial world is no different, and the dollar's dominance may be nearing its end. The energy sector is a critical battleground for global influence. In the BRICS alliance, energy resources are a major strategic asset. These nations collectively hold some of the world's largest energy reserves. Russia, for instance, is a powerhouse with its vast oil and natural gas reserves, often compared to Saudi Arabia. Brazil also plays a significant role, boasting extensive offshore oil fields and a robust biofuel industry. The synergy of these energy giants within BRICS could reshape global energy dynamics. Together, they have the potential to influence global oil flow and energy markets significantly. This shift could challenge the U.S. long-standing dominance in the energy sector. The US might find itself negotiating for energy resources, marking a significant change in global power dynamics. As the US faces internal challenges and a shifting global role, BRICS nations are poised to take on greater global influence. Imagine a global tour, but instead of rock stars, it's emerging superpowers reshaping international dynamics. China is showcasing its economic prowess. India is making significant strides in the technology sector, and Russia continues to leverage its energy resources and military strength. This shift would lead to a transformed geopolitical landscape. Alliances would evolve, new partnerships would emerge, and the world would need to adapt to a new set of diplomatic strategies. The tech titans of tomorrow, from Silicon Valley to Shenzhen and Bangalore. Silicon Valley, brace yourself. A new tech wave is emerging, and it's distinctly BRICS. China, with its tech giants like Alibaba and Tencent, is already a global powerhouse. Meanwhile, India's booming IT sector is producing tech experts at an unprecedented rate. Envision a future where your next smartphone is designed in Shenzhen, your favorite social media platform is developed in Mumbai, and your self-driving car is engineered in Moscow. In this BRICS-driven future, technological innovation would transcend Silicon Valley. It would be a global symphony, with BRICS nations composing some of the most groundbreaking harmonies. Trade winds blowing east. BRICS' new Silk Road. Remember the Silk Road? That ancient trade route connecting east and west. Today, BRICS nations are redefining global trade dynamics, with the East taking the lead. China's Belt and Road Initiative is spearheading a vast network of infrastructure projects, linking economies and enhancing trade across continents. With BRICS nations increasingly trading among themselves and with developing countries, the epicenter of global commerce is shifting eastward. This emerging trade order is not just about shipping containers and cargo ships. It's about establishing a more equitable and multipolar trading system, rewriting the rules of global commerce. BRICS bucks, from emerging markets to established powers. Historically, BRICS nations were viewed as the rising stars of the global economy. Today, they are firmly established as key players in the global economic landscape. China stands as a formidable economic giant, while India rapidly closes the gap with its technological and industrial advancements. Brazil, South Africa, and Russia are also making significant economic progress. With expanding economies, burgeoning middle classes, and increasing influence on the world stage, BRICS nations are set to redefine global economic power dynamics. This shift heralds a new era with fresh rules for the global economy. BRICS' balancing act, internal squabbles and global growing pains. While the potential for BRICS to dominate the global stage is significant, internal divisions present a substantial challenge. The BRICS nations encompass a wide array of political systems, economic models, and even face occasional border disputes. Managing these differences is complex, especially given the nuclear capabilities and geopolitical tensions involved. Sustaining this alliance while navigating the intricacies of global leadership demands strategic diplomacy and compromise. It requires continuous negotiation, mutual understanding, and a commitment to collective goals. As the US faces internal challenges, the question arises, can BRICS really run the world? With the US grappling with its own issues, BRICS nations are stepping into the spotlight. The world watches closely, aware of the high stakes and the potential for significant change. But can this coalition of emerging powers truly shoulder the mantle of global leadership? It requires not only economic strength, but also diplomatic skill and strategic foresight. This is the trillion-dollar question. The financial stakes are immense, and the global economic landscape is constantly evolving. Leading the world demands relentless effort, continuous negotiation, and the ability to adapt to unforeseen challenges. It's akin to juggling flaming chainsaws while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. The balance required is immense, and the margin for error is razor-thin. BRICS nations would encounter a steep learning curve, with inevitable bumps along the way. However, every journey has its obstacles, and every leader has their learning moments. Recall when the US was new to global leadership. The journey was far from smooth. The path to global leadership involved significant trial and error, with many lessons learned the hard way. History shows that the road to dominance is rarely straightforward. The challenges ahead. Can BRICS overcome internal and external pressures? The path to global influence is fraught with challenges, including economic disparities, political differences, and external pressures. BRICS nations must navigate a complex landscape of internal and external challenges to solidify their global standing. Internally, they need to harmonize their economic policies, foster mutual trust, and align their strategic goals. Think of it as a high-stakes global collaboration where the outcome affects international stability and prosperity. Externally, they face scrutiny, resistance, and potential opposition from established global powers. Overcoming these hurdles will require adept diplomacy, robust economic strategies, and perhaps a bit of fortuitous timing. The future's so bright, BRICS gotta wear shades. Or do they? So what's the verdict? Is a BRICS-dominated world a promising future or a potential risk? Well, like most geopolitical shifts, it's multifaceted. The rise of BRICS nations is undeniable, and their influence on the global stage is set to expand. But whether they can effectively fill the void left by a waning US remains uncertain. One thing's for sure, the future of global power is in a state of flux. The old order is disintegrating, and a new one is emerging, brick by brick. The world is evolving, and the question is, will BRICS be prepared to take the lead? Share your thoughts in the comments about the future of BRICS and their potential impact on the world. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more engaging content.